You are now tuned in to the Real Rap Radio Show with your host, Mr. Walil Archer, and I'll be Son of Sam, your commentator. Yeah, it's the Real Rap Radio Show. Everybody put your hands up and get down. With your host, Mr. Walil, and you know we about to blow 215, you know we run the town. Yeah, other radio stations, they just better fall back, cause you know we got the crown. Real Rap Radio, we got the crown. Yeah, Real Rap, 215, you know we got the crown. What? Real Rap, yeah, they run the town. Walil, yeah, he got the crown. 215, he hold it down. Yeah, told me to cook it up, I told him that I got it now. You should never change it down. Real Rap, cause it's going down. Had us in the tri-state, guess you know it now. Followed by downtown hot radio. Blazing you, other stations know they gotta pay. They doing favor to the game, so I'm giving you the Real Rap. Tune in, all hot tracks. Told you once, yes, it's going down. With your host, Mr. Walil, and you know we got it now. And he hold it down. I am Son of Sam, and they know I got the crown, and I hold it down. Real rap, yeah, they got it now. Real rap, yes, it's going down. Yeah, Real Rap.
We live on Downtown Hop Radio. I'm your host, Walil Archer, with the Real Rap Radio Show on Downtown Hop Radio. I have Deanne Alexi on the line with me. How are you today?
I'm doing good. I'm blessed every day.
That's right. Thanks for calling in.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me as a spot. I appreciate it.
My pleasure. Let the listeners know, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from the greater Bay Area, San Francisco, California.
Nice. Now, how is it doing music in your area?
There's a lot of music going on here. So, I mean, you've got people like E40 coming from out here. You have a lot of underground music out here. You've got Kehlani, all Oakland girls. So you've got a lot of different artists from the Bay Area, in the big timers right now, in the shining light. So there's just a lot of music. It's California. We're just all about just enjoying a chill life. Simple, yummy food. That's just what we're all about here. Laid back. You know what I mean?
Now, how did you get into music?
How did I get into music? Honestly, God. God just gave me the blessing of being in a musically inclined family, and so I've just been singing since I was in my mother's womb, really, since I was very, very little. I've got some upcoming artists that that work with me as well, and grew up with me from Broadway, theater, all the way down to music recording. So, in the family line.
Gotcha. Now, how old were you when you first got into the studio and started recording?
So, it's funny because I actually started recording. My first exposure to it, I was in fifth grade or fourth grade. I had a musical guest teacher come, and she built the studio in my school, and then she had us put out some lyrics, and that's when I recorded. She literally burnt the CD, for all those CD times, burning CDs and stuff. So I started recording around fourth or fifth grade, but like seriously recording, I would say high school up until my adulthood.
Okay, let's talk on both of those. So going from, say, 4 or 5 to high school, what has been some of the changes? Because right now and everything, I'm sure, changed drastically. But what were some of the beginning changes in music from 4th and 5th grade to high school?
I mean, like 4th and 5th grade, you're just looking at an amateur build, right? Like the recording studio is maybe like a little quick glass window, headphone, a music stand, which we still have today, and maybe a couple of things on the soundboard. You know what I mean? Like a small one. And so you're looking at a home build. It's like 3 or 4, maybe 5 devices maximum. Now, when you go into high school, that's when I actually went into a real recording studio in this African American Cultural Center, and I remember them embracing me, this Filipino girl with open arms, like, girl, you ready to put out? And I said, you know what, let's go, let's spit. We had a bunch of rappers just like spitting fire, just freestyling, and I was like, dang, but I don't rap. And they're like, what do you do? Well, I'm an R&B pop singer. Well, then do the singing part. Like, I'm a rap, and then you do the singing part. I'm like, okay, cool. You know what I mean? So it was one of those things where there was a real booth. There was like 3 soundboards, and there were LED lights. It was real sexy inside the atmosphere. It was dark, and you had real producers and engineers there, and I was intimidated, but then I was like, this is I want this life. I want this to be a part of me forever. So it's professional. You've got all the real devices. You've got a real build going on. So it's really cool because my mentor taught me a real artist is someone who I can break down this whole studio, put it in the center of the room, and then you build it right back up and see if you can record. And I'll never forget that. Mr. C, Mr. Carpenter, shout out to you. Thank you so much. Love you.
That's amazing. Now let's talk about current times. Now, what's the difference between that has changed for you from high school to now?
Lord Jesus, where do I begin? These are great questions, by the way. I like this. It's so unique. So Walil, so now I'm at Skyline Studios, and this is in Oakland, right? So it's really cool. Like, it's a small alleyway. You won't even be able to tell there's a recording studio there. It's like hidden behind a bakery. But this recording studio has been recording people from Alicia Curry, Steph Curry. You've got a lot of different superstars coming in, Grammy Award winners. So you've got professional artists, people from Law and Order, from even Oscar awards, like from films to music. So now you're talking about a professional scene, and these are where real celebrities go, and this is like where their entourage goes. So for me, I'm as an indie artist, not even signed yet, it's one of those things where, like, dude, what do I do? How do I even engage myself with these people? And honestly, it's human. It's basically everybody loves music. Everybody loves art. And so the thing with it is, yes, it is very professional. You've got like 3 studios, 4 studios. You've got a percussion studio. You've got a studio where they can actually record live bands, like, drummers and everything. You've got guitars. You've got state-of-the-art soundboards. You've got ridiculous booths that's been invested in thousands of dollars, by Brian Matheson. Shout out to you, Skyline Studios, CEO, owner of that place. Miles Lassie, Veru, and all my engineers. These are professional, licensed engineers that's worked with celebrities in and out. And, Aisha Curry goes there a lot to record. And another artist, she sang the main theme song for Moana, right? So she's pretty sick. She's been there too. Look them up, Skyline Studios. You'll see all the celebrities over there. So that's just the biggest highlight for me, is this little Filipino chick from San Francisco in the streets just coming in here and just bombarding Skyline Studios. And so it's really nice, like the LED lights, the sound, the bass foams. You guys probably know a little bit more than me in terms of the technical terms when it comes to soundboards and recording, state-of-the-art, stuff. I love it. I just love it. I would sleep in the studio, like, overnight, if I can. I totally just would. I would make it my house,
Wow, great insight. Great insight. I always feel good when I hear Oakland, because I think in terms of Tupac. So I always smile when I hear Oakland.
Tupac. Yeah. What's crazy about Tupac is I went to the Grammy Museum, and they showed all of his notebooks where he used to write his lyrics.
Oh my God.
Like, weirdly enough, I write similar to him. Like, we both, we do a lot of scratches, and we write our lines line by line, and we number. Like, like in coding, engineers, in coding, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It tells you how many lines of code you've been writing. So I'm getting into some nerdy stuff. So Tupac does the same thing. He lines every code. He numbers every line of lyrics that he puts. And I do something really similar. It's pretty eerie when I saw how he wrote. It's crazy.
I would love to have seen that. I would love to see that.
Okay, yeah, you've got to see it. I mean, they had it. They had an exhibition at the Grammy Museum in Los Angeles, but I don't know where it is now.
Yeah, that's fine. Now let's talk about your track called "Dad." How did you come up with that title?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so Dad is a song about fatherhood. Okay, so this song is for all the men, and this pertains to you too, Walil. Okay, as a man, there's a serious pressure of what it's like for you to be a man in this world. Are you allowed to cry? Are you allowed to be a dad? What happens if you have a baby daddy stamp on you and you're not married yet? What happens when people judge you, whether you were a good father, uncle, cousin, or brother, or something? Whatever your is as a business owner. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of pressure, and I really feel for the men, because in the middle of a feminist movement, we've gotten confused about where men lie. And I believe in both female and male empowerment, because right now we're in the generation where we need our men to build up the women in the way that would make women stronger. And I grew up with daddy issues, with daddy issues, because I didn't have my biological father growing up. I haven't seen him in 22 years. I've seen him once in 22 years. And so I said, one night, I'm a very faithful spiritual girl. I said to my legitimate Father God, which is in heaven, I said, God, listen, I don't got a dad out here right now. I learned how to do life through the streets. I've made a ton of mistakes, and I continue to make them. So I had to ask myself, hey, who's my dad? Who's going to be my father figure? So God spoke to me one night, because I have a great personal relationship with Jesus Christ. I am a woman of God, and I believe in that. And he said, I'll be your dad. Because it says in the Bible, for those who read the word, listen, for those who are widows, for those who are fatherless, I will be your father. And when your God says that, he becomes my dad. It becomes very personal. He's no longer this religious, figure that people just go on Easter Sundays or Christmas to go to their church. He becomes the man in your life. Every day I ask Daddy Jesus, Daddy God, Lord, what do I wear? How do I talk to my husband? How do I talk to Walil? How do I talk to my mentors, or to men, or to people in society? And let me tell you, God has been guiding my every single move, even to the point of even putting my outfits together and asking and telling me when to act a certain way or talk a certain way. And so the ultimate father figure, you guys, world, family out there, is look to Christ. When you don't have that father figure who may have given you something good in your life, who maybe turned you in the wrong direction in your life, look to God, because he is the ultimate example of what a manhood, a fatherhood should look like. And that's what Dad is all about.
All I can say is wow and amazing. I'm speechless over here because I don't know how to ask the next question, because wow. So here I go. What made you focus on that as dad for the song, opposed to anything else you could have focused on? What made you gravitate to the men?
Oh my God. There's not enough songs for us women or just society to appreciate you guys. Listen, a woman like me who came from an abusive past, right? So I've been in unhealthy relationships with men, and where I was physically abused, I was mentally, emotionally abused. But God got me to the end. Of course, I didn't have no father. So it's like, oh God, a woman like me, you would think you would have deep bitterness towards men. But no, God took me out of that place. And I remember 2015, 2016, coming out of that, recovering from abuse, and God telling me, I'm going to show you how a real man is supposed to take care of a woman. I'm going to show you how a real man is supposed to take care of people, period, and you. And so it was one of those things where, Walil, I'm going to tell you, forgiveness. And so that is the word for everybody, is forgiveness. And the reason why I focused on men is just like in the middle of the feminist movement of female empowerment, which I obviously, I support, because I'm doing a lot of things to help women. I'm a woman of God as well. I'm a leader at my church. I'm a leader in my own home with, one kid, a daughter, and a son coming up. I'm pregnant, you know what I'm saying? And, being a good wife to my husband, and trying to figure out what that means for the rest of my life, being a good wife, a good person, woman to myself. I said, okay, let me see something. If you notice my relationship, what I'm saying here is I have a lot of things where we're interacting with men, right? I'm talking to you. You're a male figure, Walil. I spoke to a lot of radio hosts that are male figures, and the rap game, male dominated, everything, and so it's kind of like, okay, how can a woman appreciate and respect this man, and then how can she go into this man world, this is a man's world, that song, and say, okay, how can I reach out to my brother now and say, hey dude, you may have a painful past, you may not be perfect in how you do things, or me either for that matter, but how can we work together and grow together so that we can become a big old community that's gonna like push each other and propel each other up towards purpose, forgiveness, healing, and love. Because my God, if you have a man powerful enough to understand how to like mentor a powerful woman, like this world is gonna be so unstoppable. It's unstoppable. It's gonna be amazing, you know?
I totally agree. So we're going to go to a quick commercial break and we're going to play Dad, and we'll be right back on Downtown Hot Radio.
My mind from the beginning of time, century after century, my baby, you were mine. I will never let go of you, no, no. I will always take care of you, yeah. Dad, I will follow you. Dad, I will listen to you, yeah. Dad, I trust you. You loved me first. I loved you after. It's all for you. Dad, I will follow you. Dad, I will listen to you, yeah. Dad, I trust you. You loved me first. I loved you after. It's all for you. I will mend your broken heart. I know when you fall apart, you're a part of my master plan to give you its mind. I have always called you, let me change and choose you. Dad, I will follow you. Dad, I will listen to you, yeah. Dad, I trust you. You loved me first. I loved you after. It's all for you. Dad, I will follow you. Dad, I will listen to you, yeah. Dad, I trust you. You loved me first. I loved you after. It's all for you. You have the power because of my love. I gave you all my strength to go on up above. Beyond what you can do. Oh, yeah. I will provide for you. Yeah. Dad, I will follow you. Dad, I will listen to you, yeah. Dad, I trust you. You loved me first. I loved you after. It's all for you. Dad, I will follow you. Dad, I will listen to you, yeah. Dad, I trust you. You loved me first. I loved you after. It's all for you. Be better than when I was here. I was behind you. I am on time. You will define because you are mine. Yeah. I am your Alpha and Omega. Be better trust you, you love me first. I loved you after, it's all for you. Dad, I will follow you. Dad, I will listen to you. Dad, I trust you, you love me first. I loved you after, it's all for you. 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 It's all for you.
You're listening to Downtown Hot Radio. Be the 10th caller at 610-70-RADIO. That's 610-707-2346 for this hour's giveaway.
They always hit me up. They're always giving away cool prizes.
And good luck from Downtown Hot Radio.
Hi, this is author Ann Wooden Taylor from Little Rock, Arkansas, and you are now listening to the Real Rap Radio Show with Walil Archer.
Walil Archer is now buying commercial and residential properties in the Southeast region, servicing Charlotte, Atlanta, and Orlando. If you have a property for sale, call 215-469-2545 or email WalilArcher@yahoo.com.
Hey, this is Arthur Sammy Rich from Austin, Texas, 512. What's up? And you are now listening to the Real Rap Radio Show with Walil Archer.
Yo, check this out. You are now tuned in
to the Real Rap Radio Show with Walil Archer. Download the mobile app and follow us on all social media. Catch past episodes on podcasts and tune in radio. To be a guest, call 610-707-2346. Email at WalilArcher@yahoo.com. And for more information, go to downtownhotradio.com.
Give it to me. Give it to me slow.
Thank you for listening to the Real Rap Radio Show.
and I thank you.
Hi, I'm Alethea Parsons Speller, the author of Broken by Default from Norfolk, Virginia, and I listen to Downtown Hot Radio.
If you're looking for that special boudoir picture, call Walil Archer Photography. 215-GO-WALIL. That's 215-469-2545. It's perfect for the anniversary or birthday gift, modeling portfolio, or media shots. Call Walil Archer. 215-GO-WALIL. Or email WalilArcher@yahoo.com.
Hey y'all, this your girl Cheryl Underwood from Cheryl Underwood Radio, and you're now listening to the Real Rap Radio Show with Walil Archer.
We're back on Downtown Hot Radio. I'm your host, Walil Archer, with the Real Rap Radio Show on Downtown Hot Radio. I'm back with my special guest, Deanne Alexi. Hey, welcome back.
Hello. Thank you.
Love that song. And let's talk about that next song we're going to play for the listeners. Crazy.
Yeah, so that song, the music video just came out. It's on Facebook and on YouTube under Deanne Alexi, DeAnneEalexi. I have two first names. And so, that song is about your sense of uniqueness and accepting who you are. Like, whatever weird stuff you do in your own time, whatever your little cuckoo-ness is inside of you that no one understands or no one sees besides you behind closed doors, accepting that. We have a lot of insecurities as a whole society from, I'm too big, I'm too skinny, I'm not man enough, or I'm not woman enough. Like, there's all these things that society holds you up to. But it's like, by what standard? Because the whole entire earth is so diverse. Like when you go to Africa or go to the Philippines, like if you're skinny in Africa, I heard from some of my friends, it's like, some people think that's not good. Like, they want you to be big and voluptuous because it means that you're rich and you can feed yourself. You know what I mean? So, like, every culture has a different way. You respect somebody by bowing down. Like, in here in America, we're like, I ain't bound down to nobody, like, that's, our opinions change depending on the region that you are in the world. So, it's from that big scale to a small scale of appreciating who you are, and honestly, that's a lifelong process to fully love your mistakes, the things that you do, the negative and the bad things about you, and the good things about you. You gotta accept it all. That's the only way you can forward.
Okay, you got me in deep thoughts over here, so I'm going to ask you a trick question, kind of off to the left a little bit.
Cool.
Talking about loving yourself and loving the body you in, what are your thoughts about the women that get the body surgery?
Do that. Haley Steinfeld wrote a song about that there's different women who do surgery on themselves. For me, I'm not in a place to judge, because the thing about plastic surgery is like, okay. So from the point of a doctor, okay, you're the surgeon. God designing you the gift and the talents and the capability to perform surgery, to perfect somebody, okay? So God had given you that gift. So he sends you patients for a reason. There's also people with medical conditions who maybe have a double face. You get what I mean? Like, or they're attached to someone. So it's not just like cosmetic. So there's also the medical inclination of surgery, of why you gotta do cosmetic surgery. Maybe you had first-degree burns, and like your whole face is burnt, and then you need a new face. You know what I mean? So it's like, I'm gonna respect that. For the women who just wanna, like, women or men who just wanna do Botox, get you a boob job, get your bootylicious looking good. Listen, at the end of the day, Jesus Christ looks at your heart, okay? Jesus Christ looks to see whether you're respectful to people, whether you are good to people, whether you are feeding the homeless, whether you are being good to the widows, like all these really good things about you. So the Lord is looking at your heart. The cosmetic surgery, here's the thing, we're all going to die. We're all going to become dust at some point. And if we don't die and we rapture to heaven, so be it. It's one of those things where it's like your body is temporary. Okay, so your body is the temple of Christ. You take care of it how God wants you to take care of it. But at the same time, it's temporary. It's like a $5 costume compared to your eternal soul and spirit. And so I'm looking at your heart. Who are you at the end of the day? Do you make me feel good? Are you nice to me? Or are you, at least, you don't have to be nice to me. Are you respectful and real with me? Do you give me the truth? I don't know. I just look at people's character. Whether you want a booty or not, boob job or not, extensions. I mean, that's you. That's your personal business. And that's what that song is about, being crazy. Meaning whatever you have in your mind, accept all that. You've got to accept it. Yeah.
Great introduction. So we're going to go to a break. We're going to play Crazy, and we'll be right back. Sound good?
Boom.
We'll be right back on Down to Hot Radio.
think this is everything, baby. But I promise you, you ain't seen nothing yet. There ain't nothing normal about you. There ain't nothing normal about me. The world ain't what it seems. There's a spirit in between. There ain't nothing normal about you. There ain't nothing normal about me. The world ain't what it seems. There's a spirit in between. This ain't everything. This ain't everything. This ain't everything. Yeah. So take that word up out of your skin. Yeah. This ain't everything. This ain't everything. This ain't everything. Yeah. So take that word up out of your skin. Yeah. This ain't everything. This ain't everything. This ain't everything. Yeah. So take that word up out of your skin. Yeah. This ain't everything. This ain't everything. This ain't everything. Yeah. So take that word up out of your skin.
Looking for an inexpensive alternative to radio and television advertising? Advertise on downtownhotradio.com. We have over 17,000 monthly listeners and still growing. 32% of our listeners have a college degree and 22% have a graduate degree. Our listeners make and spend money. Contact us now at downtownhotradio.com or call 610-70-RADIO to reach 17,000 listeners in all 50 states.
Hi, this is author Crystal Nicole from Atlanta, Georgia, and you are now listening to the Real Rap Radio Show with Walil Archer.
Looking for affordable family portraits or headshots? Call Walil Archer Photography today for our $49.99 special. 215-GO-WALIL. That's 215-469-2545. Portraits, headshots, event shots, fashion photos, family pictures, black and whites, candid shots, modeling, boudoir, lingerie in black ink, and more. Call 215-GO-WALIL. 215-469-2545.
Hi, this is the author Michelle Kershaw from Columbia, South Carolina, and you're now listening to the Real Rap Radio Show with Walil Archer.
Looking for an inexpensive alternative to radio and television advertising? Advertise on downtownhotradio.com. We have over 17,000 monthly listeners and still growing. 32% of our listeners have a college degree and 22% have a graduate degree. Our listeners make and spend money. Contact us now at downtownhotradio.com or call 610-70-RADIO to reach 17,000 listeners in all 50 states.
Hi, this is author Ann Wooten Taylor from Little Rock, Arkansas, and you are now listening to the Real Rap Radio Show with Walil Archer.
I'm back on Downtown Hot Radio. I'm your host, Walil Archer, with the Real Rap Radio Show on Downtown Hot Radio. I still have my special guest on the line. Welcome back.
Thank you, Leo. Thank you.
Now, let's talk about the video. Let's talk about your husband's involvement with doing the video. Let's talk about it.
Oh man, so crazy, the music video. So that came out yesterday, and it's essentially two scenes. So crazy, again, it's about your sense of uniqueness. And then I also got to add that there's a spiritual world, there's a spiritual realm after we pass on into the next life. There's a lot of people who have different thoughts, reincarnation or resurrection, going to heaven, going to hell. There's all these different crazy things. And so that people want to, sort of gauge what the next life is all about. So that video that you see in Crazy would be two scenes. One of them is me being a spirit. So I'm wearing this gladiator looking mask, and then I'm wearing this gray hoodie, and I'm dancing in front of a church. And it's a very well-known church in San Francisco. And so that is essentially me telling you that there's a spirit in between. There's a you that you don't even know about. You're comprised of a body, a soul, and a spirit. People tend to get soul and spirit mixed up. But your soul is your willpower, your emotions, and your thought process. Okay, so that's what the three is. And so that's what lives with you while you're alive. And then your spirit is the very inside of you that God created, the very perfect version of you that worships God. So it's very intricate. It's a theological discussion. Okay, so that's very deep. But what that song is are two different scenes. That's the church where I'm the spirit, and then the next one is me being in the streets of San Francisco. So San Francisco is known for a lot of graffiti walls, a lot of murals and graffiti. And so I go into this really famous alleyway, and I think it's around 18th Street in Valencia. For all y'all there who want to do your tourist thing in San Francisco, go to 18th Street in Valencia. There's an alleyway over there filled with all kinds of murals and graffiti, and we're a very activist city. Berkeley and San Francisco, Oakland, we're all known for activism. And so we talk about, Floyd. We talk about all the different things that's happened, Black Lives Matter. So all of that is in that graffiti wall. We talk about political activism, civil rights movement. It's very central here in San Francisco.
Now, in the music industry so far, what would you say has been your biggest challenge?
Oh, man. Okay, let's be honest here. Okay. The biggest challenge being in the music industry is getting your music out there. Investing in yourself. Whether you're in a record label or an indie artist, the thing is, if you are very serious about your music, you're going to go out there, you're going to invest what you can in your income or whatever it means to get yourself out there. The hardest thing is figuring out how to get the numbers or how to reach a certain audience. Some people go by numbers, some people go by audience, some people go by target niche market audience. Okay, so for me, because I'm taking it very seriously and I know that there's a world that God wants me to touch and understand that there's people who need this type of music now more than ever. Look at Kanye West and all of his, albums. He's got a bunch of rap albums, a bunch of mixtapes, and now he's doing gospel rap. You know what I mean? Like, people didn't expect that out of Kanye West. So that, now he's changed his identity. And so for me, it's figuring out my identity and really how to get the music out there for the world to see and appreciate and understand. That's tough. I'm just being real honest because that's my goal. My goal is not just to create art for me, right? Some people want to do that, and that's totally cool. But for me, I want to touch the world, and I want people safe, and I want people to stop committing suicide. I want people to start loving themselves and figuring out who they are in God. I'm on a mission, man. So.
Now, you touched on a lot of things, but one thing I want to zero in on is investing in yourself. So what advice would you give to indie artists or up-and-coming artists? Because a lot of times I meet them and they say, I don't have a budget. And the first thing I'm thinking is, if you don't have a budget, no one's going to take you serious. And I met someone literally last night. He had like 1.4 million TikTok viewers with no budget. So because they have, some of them have all these followers. I even had one that said, hey, I got a blue check mark on Instagram. And I don't do artist management, but I still think they need some insight, because you have to invest in yourself, because if you won't, who else will?
Yeah, exactly. If you don't believe in yourself and investing in yourself, how are you going to ask an investor or, people to throw down thousands on you or millions on you? It starts in the internal. Again, it's one of those things where it's an inner calling on yourself, and on what you see as yourself. Your identity and your security with yourself is also not just emotional and mental, but financially. How much are you worth? Are you worth $1,000? Are you worth $1 billion? Because in America, there is a price on your head. I've worked with a lot of people who do life insurance, and they literally know your worth. They will put a number on your head based on whether you have a business, whether you're just literally, if you're a housewife, you're worth almost $120,000 a year or more. And housewives, if y'all are listening to this, you're worth 120. You're a six-figure woman, at least. Okay, so these are educational things, and financial advisors. These are kinds of things that we need. Budget is important, Walil. Like, for example, if you're making, I don't know, $600 a week, give your tithe to God. Give your a little bit of percentage towards an organization that you trust, and then save for yourself. And then budget your bills, and whatever is left is fun money. And out of that place, put an investment on yourself. Maybe put $50 every 2 weeks or $100 every 2 weeks towards your music or towards your art, right? And then building it up from there. And then when you make more, then you add up to your budget. You've got to have a budget for yourself. Me and my husband has been like managing me on the DL for real, husband Dwayne Campbell. Shout out to you. He's been helping me with budgeting. All right, this is how much I make. He's in the tech industry. He's a web developer. So he's like, this is how much I make. This is how much I'm going to put towards investing in you. And me, I'm like literally I'm a housewife. I'm in school for tech as well. I'm a minister at my church, and I'm doing my music. So you could just imagine the kind of like income I have an output of, right? So I even out of that I budget. And then if I get money back into my publishing, TuneCore is my publisher, I don't spend that money. Whatever I make from my music, I give 10% to God, and then I reinvest it right back into my music. Because this is a long-term game. It's like stocks, or cryptocurrency, if you're into that. You're not thinking 2 weeks ahead. You're thinking 5-year, 10-year long-term game. Sorry, that was a lot, but yeah.
No, that was perfect. That was definitely perfect. Now, where can they find you at on social media, and where can they find your music at online?
Okay, social media. Okay, so most of my sites, I'm under Deanne Alexi, DEANNE space ALEXI. Okay, so I am all over every social media. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. I have an artist page called Lady Day and Deanne Alexi on Facebook, and a personal page. I'll accept you. Everybody's my family on that one right there. I'm on YouTube as well. Deanne Alexi is my music page. I've got Deanne Alexi as my personal page, where I do a lot of preaching. I speak about the Word of God. I speak about my music, and sometimes I do food blogs because I am Asian. I am a foodie at heart. So if you want to talk about food, send me the best places to eat in ATL. I'll be there. You know what I'm saying? And so that's a lot of my social media. I'm also on Snapchat. I'm also on TikTok, but I have different names on Snapchat. I have Sang, SANG_DD. And, I've had my stuff for a while now, so that's why I'm under almost all of my social media, Deanne Alexi, and my new album just came out, Uncensored Identity, today, my birthday, October 14th, 2021. Uncensored Identity, you can find me on iTunes, on Amazon Music, Apple Music. I am also on Shazam. I am also in Pandora, Spotify. You can stream my music for free. You can do TikTok shorts on my music. I'm on iHeartRadio, Reverb Nation. I'm still on SoundCloud. I still dabble with that, all right, y'all? So whether you want to stream my music or purchase my music, I'm on all platforms under that same name. All right, fam?
Very, very, very impressive. I want to say happy birthday again. Happy birthday to you.
Woo-hoo. Thank you. Woo-hoo.
And before you go, any closing remarks or final thoughts?
My goodness. Listen, family, I just want to bless you. That's what I want to do. I want to bless you. For all my listeners out there, may the Lord bless you. May the Lord prosper you. And smile, and even if you're having a bad day, everything is ugly to the point where you ain't got nothing on your day. Listen to me, when you just give somebody kindness on the street out there, that's enough for that person to possibly give you favor on your life. So I ask God to give you favor, Walil. I ask God to give you favor in everything, every endeavor that you do, and all your team members who work with you. Shout out to my husband, Dwayne Campbell, to my mother, Gloria, my dad, Jim, and to my daughter, Rate Faith, and to my upcoming son, Cloud. Peace in my belly, in my uterus, you know what I'm saying? I just want to thank God, most importantly, for carrying me on this journey and being present, and just allowing me to live today so that I can be on this radio show. I'm alive, y'all, to be in this radio show today. So I thank you, Jesus Christ, and my pastor, Pastor Eni, upon spiritual father, Mama Uli, all my pastors, evangelists, deacons, and deaconesses at Mustard Seed Church in San Jose, and also international in Africa and everywhere, Florida, New York, ATL, and they are all over. Mustard Seed in this whole entire country and in Africa. My spiritual parents, I love you. Thank you for giving me correction and love when I need it.
Awesome. Now, before you go this time, please introduce your last track, and I'll let you go.
Look, all y'all called Hold My Hand, a story about me birthing my first child, Rain Faith, and how tough that was, but the Lord got me through it. Near-death experience, but God kept me alive. Hold my hand for you guys. Stay with the light. Hold somebody's hand today in your family and keep your eyes on God, because this life doesn't end in earth. This life continues on to the eternity. All right, y'all. God bless you. Keep up the good work out there. You're doing good. Where you are.
Thank you so much. We're going to go to that track, and we'll be right back on Downtown Hot Radio.
Couldn't take no more. I had to ask for help, yeah. I just wasn't sure, so I asked for prayer. Slowly I start to lose myself. Can't feel my body, yeah. Just need somebody. Hold my hand, I wanna see you. We were so close, end of the road, cross the finish line, hold you close to mine. Finally alive to hear you cry by my side. I hold on tight. For a time we let go. Hope for tomorrow. Yeah. Each day I get up and I try, 'cause you are my why. I swear I had a fight. I swear I had a fight with all my mind. Can you hold my hand? Please hold my hand. I swear I had a fight with all my mind. Can you hold my hand? Please hold my hand. I'm looking for you. Yeah.
Please don't go. Please don't go.
Pick up a copy of Southeast Region Real Estate this month, serving Charlotte, Atlanta, and Orlando. If you're looking for home or commercial rentals, or looking to buy residential or commercial properties, call Walil Archer at 215-GO-WILIL. That's 215-469-2545.
Give it to me. Give it to me slow.
Thank you for listening to the Real Rap Radio Show.
And I thank you.
Hi, I'm Angie Machado, author of Through My Eyes, All About Me from Dallas, Texas, and I listen to Downtown Hot Radio.
Follow me, follow us. Here come the pain.
Follow Walil Archer on all social media. Download the mobile app and check out the bio at about.me/Walil Archer. Catch past episodes of The Real Rap Show on podcast and TuneIn Radio. To be a guest, call 610-707-2346. And you can email to WalilArcher@yahoo.com.
Yo, check this out. You are now tuned in
to the Real Rap Radio Show with Walil Archer. Download the mobile app and follow us on all social media. Catch past episodes on podcasts and TuneIn Radio. To be a guest, call 610-707-2346. Email at WalilArcher@yahoo.com. And for more information, go to downtownhotradio.com.
Give it to me. Give it to me slow.
Thank you for listening to the Real Rap Radio Show.
and I thank you.
Hi, I'm Alethea Parsons Speller, the author of Broken by Default from Norfolk, Virginia, and I listen to Downtown Hot Radio.
If you're looking for that special boudoir picture, call Walil Archer Photography. 215-GO-WILIL. That's 215-469-2545. It's perfect for the anniversary or birthday gift, modeling portfolio, or media shots. Call Walil Archer. 215-GO-WILIL. Or email WalilArcher@yahoo.com.
Hey y'all, this is your girl Cheryl Underwood from Cheryl Underwood Radio, and you're now listening to the Real Rap Radio Show with Walil Archer.
I'm back on Downtown Hot Radio. I'm your host, Walil Archer, with the Real Rap Radio Show on Downtown Hot Radio. I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in to my show each and every week. I love you guys. And I greatly appreciate all my listeners that's faithful and tune in each week. So be sure to check out the segment on my show called The Real Rap Radio Show, Send Me Your Music. That's where artists send their music and the listeners giving honest feedback about your music. So if you're an indie artist, up-and-coming artist, and you want to get your music played on the radio, be sure to send me your music to downtownhotradio@yahoo.com. That's Downtown Hot with 2 T's radio at yahoo.com. Please make sure it's radio edit friendly, clean. We want to keep our sponsors. We definitely want to keep our sponsors. And for airtime consideration, make sure it's in a downloadable MP3 file. For all my content creators who need a platform to get their message heard on the radio, be sure to reach out to Downtown Hot Radio. We have our 49 sister stations, and we can get you on one of our sister stations nationwide as your content needs to be heard. And anyone looking to start or grow their own podcast show or start their own internet radio station, reach out to me at WalilArcher@yahoo.com. That's WalilArcher@yahoo.com. I can help you start or grow your podcast or help you start your own internet radio station. Be sure to follow me on all social media under Walil Archer. Download the mobile app Downtown Hot Radio and follow Downtown Hot Radio on all social media. So that's my time today for the Real Rap Radio Show on Downtown Hot Radio, and I'll catch you guys next time on the Real Rap Radio Show on Downtown Hot Radio with your boy Walil Archer.
Thank you for listening to Downtown Hot Radio. Download the mobile app and listen on the web at downtownhotradio.com. Call to listen worldwide at 351-999-5225. Follow us on all social media. And to be a guest, call 610-707-2346. It's Downtown Hot Radio.
Listen.
Go. Thank you for listening to the Real Rap Radio Show with Walil Archer. Download the mobile app and follow us on all social media. Catch past episodes on podcasts and tune in radio. To be a guest, call 610-707-2346. Email WalilArcher@yahoo.com. And for more information, go to downtownhotradio.com.
Yeah, just like that. Still your commentator. Who's the host? Mr. Walil Archer. Never hesitate to call up, man. 610-70 radio. Check them out at www.downtownhotradio.com.
Downtown radio, hip-hop show taking over every code. From Philly to Orlando, we do it for the peoples in the bando. It's the Downtown radio, hip-hop show taking over every code. From Philly to Orlando, we do it for my peoples in the bando. Let's start it off like we the hottest in the tri-state. Don't get confused, these others, they know the rules. It's more than an abuse, these youngsters is dropping jewels. While Lil got it locked, you're sleeping, you're still on snooze. Wake up, thank you for tuning in. We tryna pick up, break up these dividends. From Jersey to Philly, no, we get it in. ATL to Orlando, thanks for listening. Yeah, downtown, hip-hop radio, we never letting go, no. Downtown, hip-hop radio, they know we run the show, say downtown, hip-hop radio, we never letting go, no. Downtown, hip-hop radio, they know we run the show, downtown radio, hip-hop show, taking over every code, from Philly to Orlando, we do it for the peoples in the bando, it's the Downtown